Two men went diving at a reservoir late at night, but 3 days later, parts of their remains were found a kilometer away from the reservoir. So what exactly happened after the two of them dove underwater? Why did they end up in pieces, and how did those pieces end up a kilometer away? This incident took place at the Gelab Dam reservoir in Belgium on the 4th of January, 2024. The reservoir covers an area of 351 hectares and has a 790-meter low-NG concrete dam. The reservoir has clearly designated two safe diving zones, each 300 meters wide, and stipulates that the diving depth must not exceed the 20-meter safety limit. However, surveillance footage shows that as dusk was approaching, two divers equipped with closed-circuit rebreathers and underwater scooters crossed directly over the orange buoy warning line at 5:15 p.m. According to the data recovered from the dive computers afterward, Chris and Fred did not linger elsewhere after descending. After a few minutes of slowly going deeper, they broke through the 20-meter safety limit and continued diving toward the base of the dam. The key point is that both of them held open water and PDI-enriched air diver certifications, yet still engaged in such reckless behavior. However, as night fell, the town's power grid load increased rapidly. At 6:47 p.m., the dam's central control system automatically started 3 hydroelectric generators, causing turbulent flow in the pipes, and the water velocity at the intake area surged to between 5 and 10 meters per second. This was several times faster than the maximum speed of the thrusters they had, forcing both of them to be rapidly sucked down to a depth of 40 meters by the tremendous suction. Under normal circumstances, the two would be tightly pressed against the protective grating, unable to escape until they ran out of air, or die from organ failure caused by the continuous pressure of the high-speed water flow. There was also the possibility that their limbs would be forcibly stretched to extreme angles, or even that their bones would be separated and torn apart. But in reality, due to maintenance cost issues, the protective grating had already been removed as early as 2081, so the two were sucked directly into the pipe. That night, Fred's son noticed that his father hadn't come home, and no one answered when he called his phone. On the morning of the 5th of January, he found his father's car parked in the reservoir's diving area parking lot, and a sudden sense of foreboding welled up inside him. After searching repeatedly to no avail, he finally decided to call the police for help. The rescue team dispatched 10 professional divers equipped with sonar devices to begin the search. But after an entire day of effort, the search only turned up a damaged propeller and a closed-circuit breathing apparatus downstream of the dam. However, it was not possible at that time to confirm whether this equipment belonged to Chris and Fred. Later, during the second search on the 6th of January, fragments of the first victim's remains were found near the downstream area of the dam at 12:30 p.m. That afternoon, additional body tissue was discovered 1.2 kilometers away. After further examination by the police, it was confirmed that the fragments belonged to Chris and Fred. Analysis of the wounds also confirmed that after being sucked into the pipe, they were cut by the turbine spinning at 150 revolutions per minute before being washed downstream.